Hey, we are going to start the City Council special meeting of May 7th, 2024. And I would like to read our preamble here. The public meeting of the City Council is recorded on Zoom with a link that is posted on the agenda. If you are calling on a phone, you can press *9 to request to speak. If you are watching on a computer or device, there is a raised hand button you can tap or press to request to speak. Please use either of these options during oral communications to be recognized. This is a special meeting, so tonight we will not be having oral communications. I just want to make everyone understand that. And if technical difficulties arise and the Zoom link is interrupted during an in-person hybrid meeting of the City Council and a quorum is present, the meeting may continue after efforts have been made to reestablish the link. The minutes shall note the interruption. This evening, joining us is City Councilor, Ward 2 City Councilor Dylan Benson, Councilor at Large Valerie Gilman, Ward 4 Councilor Frank Majoita, Ward 1 Councilor Scott Memard, Councilor at Large Jeffrey Worthley, Ward 3 Councilor Marjorie Grace, Councilor at Large Jason Grow, and Ward 5 Councilor Vice President Sean Nolan, and I am Council President Tony Gross. We shall be doing next I will be saying that it is the finding. Our non-discrimination statement, which is very important in these times. It is the finding of the City of Gloucester that no individual shall be denied equal treatment or opportunity because of their age, ancestry, color, disability, including intellectual and developmental mental disabilities, family status, immigration status, gender identity or expression, military status, marital status, national origin, race, religion, sex, or orientation. I would also like to recognize the mayor is here tonight, Greg Verga. CAO Jill Cahill is with us this evening. Assistant CFO Connor McCorkle. And we have the Assistant City Clerk Danielle Argentino. And our City Clerk, who's right next to me, Grace Poirier.
Mr. President, we also have the City Auditor who is attending remotely.
And also Kenny Costa, the City Auditor. Now we will have a flag salute. Please join us. Dylan Benson will start the salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Next order of business, Madam Clerk.
The mayor's proposed FY25 budget presentation to the council.
I have some opening remarks, Mr. Mayor, if you'll be patient. This is for FY25 budget. That's fiscal year 2025. I would like to thank the mayor and his administration for their efforts in the preparation of the FY 2025 municipal budget for the City of Gloucester in order to provide essential city services to all Gloucester residents. I would like to turn it over to the Honorable Mayor Greg Verga for his presentation of the FY 2025 budget.
Thank you, Council President Gross and members of the City Council. Tonight, I officially present to you the proposed annual budget for the City of Gloucester for fiscal year 2025. This year's budget process has been a little different than in the past 2 fiscal years. As you know, early this year, we faced a pretty significant loss in the passing of our city's longtime CFO, John Dunn. He was an institution to our city, and he is greatly missed. We've been fortunate to have a really incredible team here at City Hall that's kept things moving in the wake of such a loss. So I want to start by thanking the amazing staff that has been working diligently and strategically through this budget process. Connor McCorkle, our city's interim CFO, has stepped up and done such an impressive job navigating and leading over the past couple of months. and I'm immensely grateful for his dedication and willingness to take a leadership role during these challenging times. His team at the Treasurer's Office has been key in keeping things on track. We've been fortunate to have some guidance from Lynn Savage, the Finance Director and Accountant for the town of North Andover throughout this process. Her vast municipal finance experience has been so helpful in getting us over the finish line. I want to recognize City's Auditor, Kenny Costa, who's out there in cyberspace, who consistently prioritizes fiscal responsibility and stability, which is so important in today's uncertain economic times. And finally, I want to thank my staff in the Mayor's Office. Jill Cahill spent countless hours working with department heads as they put together their budgets. Melissa Gillis worked magic managing everyone's calendars to schedule the budget reviews and assembling these budget books you have before you. And Pam Toby was instrumental as we compiled the budget message within the binder. As I mentioned, this year's budget process is looking slightly different from the past 2 fiscal years. A large part of that is due to stabilizing new revenue growth and rising costs, as well as changing strategies around revenue projections in the budget process. The first piece of this is that we, like many communities across the Commonwealth, are seeing a leveling out of revenue after several years of robust economic growth and support following the COVID-19 pandemic. The stabilizing of revenue growth, coupled with the significant growth in costs, has presented some challenges for the coming fiscal year. We were initially forecasting a 2.6% increase in revenue for FY25 using our traditional formulas, but after careful analysis, we've been able to increase that projected new revenue growth to 4.8%. This is part of an evolving strategy within our municipal finances, including a new methodology of projecting park revenues and utilizing interfund transfers. However, as we were refining our revenue projections, we were also refining our costs. It is here that we see significant increases in expenses. For example, we saw a 10% increase in the GIC health insurance rates, which amounts to roughly $985,000. Another area of increased expenses includes $335,000 in debt service due to new bonds approved by the City Council coming online, and $250,000 to liability insurance across the city and schools. While it continues to be our top priority to maintain a high level of service for our residents and businesses, we have had to make calculated reductions in city-side department budget requests, given the trend of rising expenses and limited new revenue growth. These reductions on the city side amount to roughly $1.7 million. This reflects our commitment to remaining fiscally responsible, especially during these uncertain economic times. The Gloucester Public Schools were requesting a significantly higher increase compared to other city departments, which were seeking between 3% and 5% increases. In an effort to balance the rising expenses and limited new revenue, I'm allocating the school department $51,488,897. This includes $1.75 million from the city's new growth and $3 million of one-time supplementary appropriations to reconcile their FY24 budget and to address the growing need for FY25. In making these allocations, we're ensuring that we can meet the needs of our citizenry. Since taking office, I've consistently understood the importance of investing in our city's roads, and my office regularly hears from residents, as you all do, regarding the conditions of our roads. And I'm proud that the FY25 budget will be maintaining the pothole fund to allow the DPW to undertake more significant repairs throughout our community. In addition to maintaining the road repair line item, I'll be increasing the DPW's building and grounds line item to ensure that our valued recreational and athletic fields are maintained for all to enjoy. Over the course of the past 2 years, it has become apparent how treasured these spaces are to so many in our community, and I'm committed to preserving and maintaining them for everyone's benefit. We're also actively pursuing federal and state funding opportunities to support the city's essential work, while strategically utilizing the remaining ARPA funding to areas that have experienced reductions, such as improvements to the city's parks and playgrounds. Our city's sustainability coordinator has been incredibly successful in securing funding to support meaningful initiatives aimed at promoting the sustainability and resilience throughout our community. In the past fiscal year alone, the city's sustainability coordinator has secured $1.5 million in grant funding to support innovative initiatives such as implementing energy efficiency projects at Gloucester's facilities and relevant outreach to connect residents with resources. Since FY22, these efforts have resulted in an estimated cost savings exceeding $130,000. I'm immensely proud of the city's commitment to prioritizing sustainability and resilience, recognizing that these investments will benefit our community for generations to come. The Senate today, their Ways and Means budget was released and indicates about a $90,000 increase in unrestricted local aid. It's sparking cautious optimism that the final budget will maintain or even improve upon this increase. This could mean additional funding for our city, helping alleviate some of the reductions we've had to make. So I remain confident that the proposed FY budget meets the needs of our citizenry, and I recommend its adoption. My team looks forward to diving into this budget further with you at the Budget and Finance Standing Committee meetings and our continued collaboration to serve our community. So with that, thank you. Grace has the binders for all of you to start plowing through.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So here's the closing remarks for the FY 2025 budget. I would like to thank the mayor for his remarks, and the city council looks forward to working with Mayor Verga and his administration on crafting a blueprint for the over $100 million corporation, also known as the proposal fiscal year 2025 municipal budget for the city of Gloucester. Sorry to do that so stuntingly. Crafting a blueprint for the over $100 million corporation, also known as the proposed fiscal year 2025 municipal budget for the city of Gloucester. The City Council will vote this evening to accept receipt of the annual budget as proposed by the mayor for its budget review that is in accordance under Mass General Law, Chapter 44, Section 32, and pursuant to the Gloucester City Charter, Part 1, Section 6.1. The City Council will have 45 days after the receipt of the budget to take action on the budget. The receipt of the budget will start a long and intense process for the Budget and Finance Committee comprised of Chair Scott Memart, City Council President and Vice Chair Tony Gross, and City Councilor Jeff Worthley, of the review of the fiscal year 2025 budget. The budget meetings will be hybrid, meaning virtually and virtually and in person to the public. Will be hybrid, meaning virtually and in person to the public, which will continue through the middle of June. And I encourage all Gloucester residents to attend and tune in and listen. The in-person meetings will be held at the Harbor Master's Office Conference Room at 9 Harbor Loop. Here is a list of can't-miss meetings to highlight them. Public input and comment will be heard at the public hearing for the fiscal year 2025 budget at the City Council meeting on Tuesday, June 11th. On Wednesday, May 15th, the Public Safety Department reviews will include police, parking, and animal control. Additional department reviews will include inspectional services, library, veteran service, and information technology. Wednesday, May 22nd, in addition to Public Safety Department reviews that will include the Fire Department and the Emergency Management. Additional department reviews will include DPW, Water and Sewer Enterprise Fund, Waterways Enterprise Fund, with review of the water and sewer rate. Tuesday, June 4th, the school committee budget will be the school committee's budget review. Tuesday, June 18th, the City Council will vote on the budget. And I will read the motion. That in accordance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 44, Section 32, and pursuant to the Gloucester City Charter, Part 1, Section 6.1, that the City Council accepts receipt of the mayor's fiscal year 2025 proposed budget and becomes the budget of the City Council, and to refer this budget to the Budget and Finance City Council Standing Committee for further review, and I so move.
Second.
Moved by Councilor Gross, seconded by Councilor Nolan. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Guys have it.
Counselor Gross, if I could just comment that those meetings of the Budget and Finance Review will be meetings of the council as a whole as well, so that all councilors are invited to participate.
But don't have to be spectators. Yes.
When can we expect to see the budget online for people to be able to see?
Yeah. Good. Where did it come from then?
It will be accessible on the front page of the website? Yeah, great. Okay, thank you. Just want to be able to let people know where to find it.
It won't be, will not, will it be on the front page? No, it won't be on the homepage. It'll be under budgets. Yep, under government. Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion made by Counselor Gross, seconded by Counselor Nolan. All those in favor?
Aye.